So one of the things that I want to do is start using a more natural makeup. So Young Living actually has a foundation that I'm going to try. And yeah, so I'm excited because a lot of times people put stuff on their skin, such as perfume, makeup, things like that, that are actually not good for you. Fragrance is not regulated for most things, so it's a bit disturbing what we're putting on our bodies. So my first impression is it's a very light coverage for a foundation. That being said, I'm sure you could apply multiple layers, so apply some and then reapply another layer, but it is definitely a lot lighter than what I've currently been using. It was more of a cream based, but it does feel very lightweight, and it does have a slightly oily undertone. Obviously it probably is because of the essential oils, but honestly, if we're trying to prevent aging, we want to add some oil to our skin to prevent, you know, wrinkles and such. So I'm gonna see how it goes. I typically have very oily skin, so this might not work for me, but we'll see how it goes. So I think the color is right. I think the color looks good. I've got my foundation on now, and they do sell a little roller to remove the oil from your skin. So if you get some oily buildup in the T-zone, you could use this roller to remove any facial oil that you have. But that's just a cool little thing that came in my kit that I got from convention. And so I've got my iridescent translucent powder over my foundation right now. So I'll keep you guys posted on whether or not my skin feels oily in a few hours. What's amazing is their other product that I use is actually an oil cleanser. And I thought for sure it was gonna make my skin super oily, but it doesn't. So I think my skin will actually absorb the essential oils and it won't be oily, so it's hard to say. But I'm gonna finish putting my makeup on and I'll show you the end result. The reason I wanted an alternative to what I was currently using is because the ingredients out there are quite frightening to me. And I'm gonna show you, this is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And it looks really good when you put it on, okay? Like it has a real matte look to it, makes your skin look nice and smooth and pretty. But I wanna show you something. So this is what it looks like. It looks like normal foundation, and I'm gonna rub it in and I'm gonna show you something really weird happens. You can not get this makeup off without makeup remover. Obviously it's oil-based, but it's extremely difficult to even get out with soap of my makeup sponge. And that had me thinking, how much of this stuff are we absorbing into our skin? Okay, so now I have the foundation on my hand, and you can see it applies nicely. It's a very matte type of finish. Now I'm gonna show you when I try to get this off what happens. So when you try to get this off, it won't come off. This is soap, and it literally doesn't take it off. Okay, and I'm gonna show you. It's still on my hand with soap. Now I'm gonna take a makeup pad and I'm gonna show you. You see? It's like very difficult to get off. So unless you use makeup remover across your whole face and neck, you can't get the makeup off. And that to me is disturbing. So this stuff would have been, let's say you just washed your face with just soap and water, all this would be left on your skin, right? Not good. So now I'm going to show you how Young Living's is. I'm going to put a little on the back of my hand, rub it in. Okay. So you can see it's real light coverage. Definitely not matte. It doesn't have a matte finish to it. It would be a dewy look without a clear powder, translucent powder applied. Okay, now I'm going to see if it comes off with the soap. And you can see it is removing it. Hands clean. So we need to be careful what we're putting on our skin, and this is why I looked for an alternative. There's many different types of foundations. The Photo Focus by Wet n Wild is just one of them, but I wanted to show you and for you to ponder, what are you putting on your skin? Okay, so this is me in the natural light from there's no filter on right now, just the sunshine, and it does not feel oily at all, okay? My skin feels a little dewy on my cheeks, but it doesn't feel oily. So it'll be interesting to see what it feels like in a few hours. But I definitely feel more confident not having a bunch of chemicals on my skin, and that tonight, when I take my makeup off using their beautiful oil-based makeup remover, I feel confident that it will in fact all come off, right? I don't have to use an exfoliant or things like that. So I'm excited about that. Just feeling more confident about putting my health first.